What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome on back to Dragon Age Inquisition. As always, if you're new here or haven't yet, please do subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and of course, if you want to catch up on the rest of the Let's Play so far, check the description below. I'll have the whole series down there in a place in order for everybody. So we have found the final thing for Last Words from Corporal Marsh. If I do not survive this terrible conflict, I wish my property to be distributed amongst my family thusly. To my dearest mother, the last salary drawn from my service to His Grace the Grand Duke. To my brother Victor, my arms and armor, long may you defend our family. To my elder sister Margot, my love and everything in the pinewood chest. To my younger sister, Bess, the pinewood chest and my apologies. May the Maker take me into his hands. So his one sister gets everything in the chest, and then the other sister just gets the chest. Yeah, good luck divvying all that out together. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of salt there. Actually, you know what? Before we go wrap down here, because we have this easy access point to all that stuff, let's go back to Skyhold and quickly put Liliana on another one of those war table missions. Let's send her on the Hard and Hightown one. And then when she gets back from that one, we'll do the Agents in Crestwood. And send her on the longer one first, because this episode will probably run around the time it's going to take for that quest to get completed. So now we go back to this one. That spawned me at the camp closest to my waypoint. I wonder if it did that deliberately or if it was just happenstance. We'll zip on back and then we'll continue down the... I'm not sure what the rest of the quest that we're doing there is. Should probably look what it says when we spawn in to see what we're actually doing. I know I have a shot on the Exalted Plains tract. I don't think down here is where it's Fade Rifts. That's what I have tracked. What else is down here? Because there's a bunch of quests around. Shards on the plains. One less Venatori. No word back. Marshal Prue sent a patrol in the hopes of reclaiming Riverside Garrison. No word has been heard since. Yeah, so we'll follow this. We'll grab these. Then I'll grab this, and then we'll grab this camp, and then we can go Riverside Garrison from there. That works. A little tip, I guess, if you want to farm those snowflare creatures, if you rest at that camp when you first find them, they will respawn and be there again, and then you can just farm them up. I did that a little bit just in case I needed to drop the class restrictions off anything in the future, because I think I am going to eventually put my armor on my two mages so they can have a high crit chance. It'll just guarantee my cooldown, because I'd say like 80% of the time I get my cooldown exactly how I want to get it, but sometimes I struggle a little. But if they're critting as much as I am, then it'll basically just guarantee it, because mage armor, unfortunately, has 0 cunning on it. You can't craft anything in any of the mage armor slots that will give them crit chance. So unless you give them all your crit chance amulets or rings or things like that, then they're just not going to get it unless you find a staff that comes with inherent crit chance. So I'll probably end up decking them out in rogue gear just so they can crit for me. What do we have here? Mabari totem. Why does he have a Mabari totem? He's an Orlesian. Infatuation. Sweetheart, they say war is coming, but do not fear. I will protect you. Once Orlais is at peace, I shall marry you. I love you so deeply and truly, I want to scream it from the rooftops. Your ever-loving Lazar. Has like Blood Mage, you'll never leave me and you'll never love another vibes. Okay, can we stop with the fucking crossblast? There's no way you're hitting me with that while I'm invisible. Get out of here. Stop it. Annoying little shits. Hate the Spy Demons the most out of all of them. Just die. Go into the light. Okay, at this point, we should be able to use Spell Purge. It said Dispelled, and yet it still spawned. Interesting. Oh. That is a chunky boy. Still getting my dispel wrong, huh? Maybe you have to use it just on the spawn point, like sit on the spawn point's head and it drops the spawn point. Maybe that's what that is. I guess we'll try that next time and see if I can finally crack how that works. It's been so long since I played this game, I guess I don't remember the mechanics of that spell. And we will once the demon is dead in front of your face. How about that? Little asshole, little asshole, little asshole, little asshole. I hate him. Die, 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 die. The way they hop around too, screeching. Everything about them is super frustrating to me. Just like stand there and take your L. Just die. Probably got what, like a revenant heart out of that, I would imagine. Villa Montevelin. Ville Montevelin was the first settlement humans established in the Dales following the victory of the Exalted March. Soldiers were the earliest residents of the village. In 221 Glory, Sister Amate, champion of the Exalted March, laid the foundation stones of the village chantry in a symbolic gesture. The building's construction was completed in 222, laying aside her sword and bow. Sister Amate took on the task of leading Ville Montevelin's flock, becoming revered Mother Amate. She served the Maker for over 40 years, ministering to both residents of the Dales and the many pilgrims to the historic site. Revered Mother Amity died peacefully in her sleep in 264. Her ashes are interred in the Chantry's vault, where dozens of pilgrims still come each year to pay their respects. Well, the building for it didn't really last. I wonder which one of these is the Chantry, or are we just... Because this is a town square with a well, right? So it's not this. Regardless, the Chantry obviously it didn't last. It's not still standing. Old journal. An old journal clearly much beloved. I weep at what the armies have done. Ditches scar the landscape. There's fire everywhere. All around is the smell of bitter smoke and spilled blood. I remember coming here as a boy. It was late summer, and the plains were bright and golden. The earth was warm and felt like home. All that's gone. My mother said my father was from these parts. She never told anyone but me that he was an elf. Maybe part of me, the elf-blooded part, feels what the Dalish felt for centuries. This is my home. I would give anything to preserve it. I'll go now with the others, but when the war is over, I will return. It will be beautiful again. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people have secret love children with elves. That's like I said, even the Empress herself has a taste for the elven persuasion, so... A lot of nobles use them as, like, sex slaves, essentially. I mean, you can imagine the kind of advantage taken, right, when you have a bunch of disenfranchised people living in slums and they'll do anything to get ahead. They live in the noble's house, etc. And then a lot of them too, they just like it's like the stereotype of an elf, right? Slim, slender, super fast skin, graceful, almost in like a hallucinating kind of way, mesmerizing. So obviously all Legion nobles partake, but not just them too though. In Dragon Age Origins you have Ferelden nobles that are also partaking and taking advantage. Instructions for the maid. Kelly, here are the instructions for maintaining the house while we're gone. Don't let any soldiers in. Tell them to go away, that the lord of the house bids it. Keep the fire burning in the hearth every night in case we return. You know we don't like it when it's cold. Wow. The fact that they told that slave to stay here, or that maid or whatever. It's probably a slave. It's probably an elven slave, given we're in the Dales. Make sure the linens are warmed as well, just in case. Papillon would be trouble on the road, so we are leaving her with you. Make sure she gets her butter puffs and don't upset her. Say your prayers and feed the fish. Oh, do I got bad news for you. Your home is gone and so is your servant. Obviously, they'll only care about the home. What are you? Infatuation, Lazar. I don't want you standing outside my window reciting your poetry. It's terrible. I don't love you. I don't want to be your scarlet rose. I don't want my velvet petals to unfurl for you. Ugh, I can't believe I just wrote that. It's repulsive. Please leave me alone. If you do this again, I'll tell my brother. He has an axe. It's big and sharp. Juliet. Well, the girl wasn't fond of the affections she was receiving from Lazar. I told you he gave, like, creepy blood magic, you'll never love again vibes. Memorials of the Second Exalted March, Triumph of the Light. Remember the triumph over the profane. Sister Amity led the march to the river Tennessee, where stood shrines to the elven gods. These she struck down, standing upon the banks. She sang the chant of light. Andraste's word had come to the Dales, and delivered them from wickedness. I wonder if during Andraste's rebellions, like the actual woman, not the chantry figure, I wonder if elves played any part in the victory of that, if any of them fought with her. Of course, they weren't yet slaves, at least not to them. They were slaves to the Tevinter Imperium, but she fought the Imperium, so it's likely that a lot of elves helped in that fight and are probably, in one way or another, responsible for the victory. And then they got the Exalted March for their troubles. Pont Arga. A plaque on the bridge of Pont Arga reads, "Dedicated to all, elven and human, who lost their lives in the Second Exalted March." Pont Arga was built 100 years after the Exalted March of the Dales. It was named for Mayor Orgar of Vilmontevelin, who raised the money to have the bridge built after several villagers drowned in a ferry accident trying to cross the river. Swollen after the rains, some villagers took offense at the dedication message on the bridge, which honors fallen elves as well as humans. Rumors that the mayor was elf-blooded began circulating. He was forced to step down. That shows you how much the Orlesians love and respect the Dalish. We'll unlock the operation here just for later.
Rely on this bridge for everything. Communication, supplies. How long has this been going on?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to cross it on foot, although little rowboats probably could, right? What is my intent here? I wanted to grab the Venatorian and the camp, right? And then I said we could work on that fortress that they haven't heard anything back from, so let's swing back this way and get the camp first. The Citadel we will be getting, but quite a bit later. That'll be the last thing we do in this area, is go ahead and wrap that part up. But getting the operation is a good idea. That way next time we go to Skyhold to change over Sorry, scum. I see you, honey. Don't think I forgot about you. You are certainly my priority here. Jump over your bitch-ass fire glyph. Breaking his god meter is ridiculous. There we go. Let's kill him before he gets that back. Oh, that's why he had a god meter. That's one of... That's Dorian's Venatori questline. I thought that was just like a random enemy in here. Okay.
When this is over,
I literally tracked the quest and then didn't realize what it was.
to send in the harvest.
Yep, they sure will. Nature of the thing, Solus, you know that. Looks like we have another operation here in order to get this camp. Yep, we sure do. Okay, so then we'll unlock this and then we'll move on.
I'm sure we could get someone to open this passage, if that's what you wanted, dear.
She does really have a way of making every little thing she says sound super condescending, doesn't she? Alright, well, given that we can't get that camp, then we'll just press on. We'll go deal with this place. Looks fun, doesn't it? Would be the best way to approach that. Probably up this hill. I don't think swinging around that way would lead to anything, but maybe you're supposed to go down that side anyway. We'll see. Charge. Deal with the rest later. I guess this is a fortress similar to the one the Marshal is occupying. This is just a different one. Looks like it's set up kind of the same. Where's my front gate to this place? Here's the way in.
The demons are coming from down there! A rift!
And there's a rift under here. Is this Celine's fortress, or is this another one of Gaspard's?
The victory at last!
Get used to that while I'm present.
The victory at last!
And down we go then. So this fort got overrun because a Fate Rift spawned underneath their feet and they got flanked. And they have no way to close these since they don't have a mark. Which you might look at them with a little bit of disdain, like they're kind of useless for not being able to do anything about this, but it's literally infinite. They have no way to close it, so they would just pour out over and over and over again and whittle them down one by one. There's no way to seal this place. The best you could hope for, without me here, would be to blow up the ladder and just make it so they can't leave. There wouldn't be much else you could do. You little shit. You disrupt your friends. So. Alright, steal the wine bottle in the middle of this. Bottle of Thedas. 18 out of 29. God, the damage they do, man. Arcane horrors do so much damage with that. That right there will absolutely nuke you. Like Kamehameha, but demon. Well, we've secured their fortress back for them. Get a chance to look around upstairs now that the demons are gone. And I guess we'll find out if these are Celine's men or Gaspard's men. I would imagine that the Marshal would probably try to reach out with them either way, right? To like reunite the Orlesian forces against the current issue. I don't know what my scan function is picking up right though. Might be on top. Let's find out. Riverside Garrison. This ancient structure has stood since the time of the Elven Kingdom of the Dales. Since then, it has fallen into ruin. No one alive knows for what the elves used it. Grand Duke Gaspard's forces claimed it as an outpost early in the Orlesian Civil War. Okay, so it is Gaspard's. It's not for Celine. There a commander that I can speak to here, or any of that stuff? Or am I just supposed to like go back to the main place now, I wonder? At the letters. Rifts on the battlefields. We have one more rift to do here. That's unfinished business with Cassandra, and then that's a quarry. So I guess we'll finish up this side of the map then. We've only been going for like 23 minutes, so I'll go finish up this last rift in this location. He didn't make it, he passed. We'll get the last rift, we'll go get Seeker Cassandra's target, and then we can go turn in those letters and see what the Marshal has to say. Maybe he has a new quest for us now that we're done with this. Even hidden back here. I always expect them to stash things like I would, and they never do. Sadness. this rift is super isolated from the rest of the map. Assholes. Dude. Attacking me while invisible is crazy. There we go. Aggro successfully dropped. We're gonna control her this time. Right, Cassandra. There we go, yeah. It died as soon as it spawned. That's how you do it. You just stand her over the thing. I killed him with a crit from my foot in his face. Aura farm real quick. Alrighty, and that's the last of those fade rifts. Is there any goodies here? Boss Slayer. 5 chance to apply poison, 8 crit chance. That's a cool little purple bow. Yeah, it sucks that that's the one negative of the whole golden nug thing, is you end up in a position where you're kinda just done with everything pretty early. We might actually be done with this whole side of the map. I think we need to remove that rubble in order to get access to any of that part of the map, but I'll run around and see. Okay, yeah, so this entire section of the map is cut off by this little operation that we have to do to get through to this camp. So, that being the case then, let's head on back to this place and turn in those letters for the dead. Now, let's see if the field marshal has anything to say about any of that.
The Fade Rifts are gone. Demons should no longer trouble you.
With the demons gone, our communication and supply lines will open again. We can get word to other battalions and secure what we've lost. If the Grand Duchess's attempt at peace fails, we'll be able to keep fighting.
I shall take my leave.
Be well.
Kind of curious that they're just okay with that, right?
At once.
They've accepted the fact that they'll just sit here and fight the coup. If the peace attempt fails, then I guess we'll just stick it out in battle, even with how gloriously this all went wrong. Loyalty, I guess.
The demons are gone? Thank the Maker. Perhaps now we'll be able to get word out.
I've brought back the personal effects of your fallen soldiers.
This will mean much to loved ones left behind. I cannot thank you enough.
There is left to grieve. Okay, so you can kind of get a sneak peek at some of the stuff we're cut off from over the top of these hills. Anyways, let's go back to Skyhold, sell all of our goodies, and hopefully be able to swap over our war table missions, and then we'll take care of the operations that we gotta do. We'll clear the rubble, and we'll take care of the bridge. And then next episode, we will do the bridge. Then the one after that, we'll take care of the rubble, and then we'll wrap this place up with the Dalish clan and Solus's quest. So probably 2 to 3 more episodes in the Exalted Plains. Alrighty, so Hardenheim Town, unsavory parallels. A letter has arrived at Skyhold, addressed to nobody. No one saw the courier who brought it. You encroach upon the domain of higher powers. You will answer to us. The letter is unsigned, except for a wax seal depicting 6 crossed swords. And that is the end of that questline, it appears. We got an amulet of power, presumably for Varric, I would imagine. Right. So, have Sir Barris lead against demons. This is Sir Barris. There's been horrors and all kinds of stuff here. So let's just quickly read this. This letter, written in a shaky hand, bears the crest of the city of Ansburg. Sir Barris, I don't know who else to turn to, my friend. Horrors are stalking Ansburg. Demons turn houses to ash. Shadows tear our guardsmen apart. The Countess has shut herself in the castle. There are few alive brave enough to fight beside the guard. Reminds me of Redcliffe Village. Barris, I beg you with all my heart, we need people who fight magic. Ansburg needs the Templars. Guard Captain Weinman. So Cullen would say this isn't a battle, it's a siege inside the city. Arm our veterans and give them to Sir Barris. I trust him to lead them. And Liliana, are mages calling up these demons, or is the veil there thin? We should investigate before we send Sir Barris, and I would like to investigate this before we go in half-cocked, so
Inquisitor.
we'll send Liliana's men there. And now, if we go over here, that's the rubble. This is the one we want. We want Pon Augur. We'll get them to go do it. And the next episode, we will take care of the Citadel there. So, thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment on your way out. And I will see you soon with the next episode for Dragon Age Inquisition. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.